Howdy, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time some Doctor News. News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you on such a weird, such trans-dimensional level that videos will start playing, that you didn't intend to. Sorry about that. There was a video on this one channel that started auto-playing around paid. All right. Well, let's get on mission, shall we? Oh, that's right. News that is so good. News that is so awesome that you might just go into your sofa tonight and find that missing 20. Or maybe even in an old jacket pocket. That is awesome. But, yeah, okay. Especially, back in the day when I was like, oh, man, flat broke. But, okay, that's a whole nother story. Now, as some of you saw earlier today, I did a quick live stream that Time Lord Expo has been canceled. And like I said, I know some of the folks at Marku 42 are looking for facts to write up a thing on it. As soon as that comes out and I find out about it, I will pass it on to you. Okay, so this was the original. Well, trust me, it was really bad artwork. They were doing this on paint, So originally, McGann was here. So was Sylvester McCoy. Matter of fact, boom, boom, boom. Now, McGann canceled. They brought in Michelle Gomez. Okay. Now, why? And then, of course, Sylvester McCoy then canceled. Tom Baker was going to be live via 45-minute Skype call. And there was a special VIP pass for that event. And what happened was he canceled. There went the photo op that was originally going to be him and McGann, and they switched it to him and Michelle Gomez. And all of a sudden now he's gone. So now that has to be refunded. Then, there goes Tom Baker. So now there goes 100 and something, special passes have now all got to be refunded. And then there was supposedly some kind of personal thing I do not know about. I'm not going to ask. It's not my business to pry. And then next thing you know, they come out with this just over 2 weeks to go and say, we're canceling the whole thing. They contacted the folks wibbly wobbly timey wimey and told them to cancel all flights. So they did. And then they came up with the idea later, why don't we do an event? And unfortunately, by that time, I put them in contact with someone I know, Matt Campbell, who's a celebrity booker, and he was the one who was booking a lot of these guests for Time Lord Expo, but his hands are tied. The flights have already been canceled. But luckily, we're going to get this. Since they sponsor Terry Malloy, and also Caitlin Blackwood apparently was in the U.S. anyway, and also her mom is really hardcore backing this. So it's going to be a free event. And, matter of fact, Terry Malloy announced earlier today he's even dropping his autograph prices just for this event by $10. So, sure, it's not going to be the spectacular expo y'all wanted, but you know what? It's still going to be a good time. And, 10 times better than nothing. And also, word is, if this takes off, there could be a larger event next year. So maybe this is just enough to get the toehold that Time Lord Expo didn't get. As I said, there were some good things that came out of the sinking of the Titanic, believe it or not. Matter of fact, thanks to the sinking of the Titanic, lifeboat regulations, it was mandatory lifeboat drills on all ships. All ships could no longer go out without the, just to name a few. So hopefully this gets a toehold and, it takes off. And then next thing you know, boom, maybe next year we'll have a larger event with more guests. Now, a friend of mine spoke to Sophie Aldred apparently today. She said, yes, she was rather heartbroken that this event could not take place. But let's get on it. I got a ton of news to go through. So let's get to it. Let's get on to it. I just want to give you a quick brief on what happened. Bam, bam, bam. Here we go. Doctor Who attraction could be coming to Cardiff. So far, it's all just talk right now. Someone has even brought up the fact that they think that something is getting built in Newport, or they're getting a facility across the way in Newport. None of that's confirmed as yet. Now, senior counselors revealed that a new Doctor Who attraction could come to the city, and given the usual politicians do. And apparently, they're even talking about, what basically, all right. Okay, I can't confirm my officials have now indicated they are in a position to share proposals, and a meeting will be arranged shortly. Now, in terms of the former Doctor Who exhibition building in Cardiff Bay, discussions are ongoing with both Igloo, the landowners, and the Welsh government with a view to agreeing an extension of the lease arrangements following the expiry of the original 5-year lease. If a new lease can be secured, there are a number of potential leisure-based uses for the building that the administration will consider. I will make a statement in the near future regarding the financial impact on the council of the original decision to bring the Doctor Who experience to Cardiff Bay. In other words, just wait to the beginning of next year, boys, when you see how many magical numbers disappear off that annual city tax income. All right, character options renews its Doctor Who license. Right, toy firm Character Options, who have held the master toy license for Doctor Who since the show's 2005 relaunch, has renewed its deal with the BBC Worldwide with a UK master toy licensee for the long-running SF series, following an announcement that Jodie Whittaker would take up the iconic role. So boom, boom, boom. It's nice to hear that, yes, they will be continuing on, in that role. Bam. Okay, Pearl Mackie teases an emotional and exciting Doctor Who Christmas special and says never say never to Bill's return. So it could be, the thing is this. She's a Moffat character. She comes from the Moffat era. Chibnall's wanting to go in a whole new direction. So I wouldn't count on this coming to anything, but, I'm shocked she popped up in the Christmas special. Well, actually I wasn't, because I saw the photos that were on set. But there's new beginnings, new beginnings, blah, 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 with Jodie Whittaker. It's a great adventure with 2 doctors. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be a very lovely episode. Bam, bam, boom on. All right, Pearl also said, she was going to be a guest on the BBC One, panel show, Room 101. All right, you know how that goes. And filming for the show takes place on October 12th at Elstree Studios. And, okay, boom, boom, boom. Tickets for this event are completely free. Now, if you fancy being part of the audience, you can apply it right here, okay? So if you're over on that side of the pond and you think you can make this, bam, here you go. All right, why Doctor Who's Peter Capaldi is my TV hero. Unfortunately, these particular things are going to drag now, because Radio Times become another one of them dicks that's enforcing the thing saying you have to turn off your ad blocker in order to view our site, even though we make how many thousands of dollars off stupid little clickbait ads. All right, so this is mainly an opinion piece here. But I really enjoyed it. It's not too long. Go give it a look. And there's also some other folks here. Like I said, it's kind of nice, that, Peter Capaldi, we're going to all miss him, what else can we say? So bam, 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 here you go. So here's some cases for that endpoint from some different folks. All right, moving on. Bill Potts meets David Bradley's first Doctor in Doctor Who Christmas special, and he's wonderful, says Pearl Mackie. That's right, Mackie. Says, his take on William Hartnell's first Doctor is uncanny. Just be glad he's not portraying William Hartnell, because I'm not going to go into it. Okay, it was a different time on the planet. It was a different generation. We won't touch on that subject. Okay. Mackley had only good things to say about working with Harry Potter and Game of Thrones star, and the scene she shares with him. Yes, I did get to work with him, which was very exciting. It was amazing working with David. He's wonderful. He's such a brilliant actor and a lovely man. And just for the weirdo and just for the weirdos out there with the logic impaired, she is referring to David Bradley. No, we had somebody out there running around saying David Tennant was in the Christmas special for a while, and I was like, no, it's David Bradley. Okay, all right. Okay, she praised his uncanny recreation of William Hartnell's first Doctor. He's great in it and very, very like the first Doctor, which is incredible. It's uncanny. So that's her take on it. Bam, bam, moving on. Alex Kingston wants a River Song Captain Jack Harkness episode in Doctor Who. Too bad. You're going to have to wait. Moving on. Alex Kingston has plans for River Song to meet second wife Jodie Whittaker. Yes, but does the BBC? Doctor Who's Russell T. Davies reveals the surprising career advice he got from Princess Diana. Really? Okay. All right, so I didn't know about this. Could this be an article I forgot? All right. Okay, he goes, so I'm in a leotard standing there as Princess Diana comes down the aisle, and she literally turned around to me and went, oh, it's God. Davies recalled. And she said, what are you going to do later in life? He said, I don't know. I haven't made my mind up yet. Dance, dance. And she went, dance, dance, dance. And that was my career advice from Princess Diana, to be a dancer. One day I'll go back to this. I've gone back to drawing. One day, dance will come back. No, I don't want to see it. All right, Russell T. Davies reveals Gridlock is his favorite David Tennant era Doctor Who episode. And yes, there were quite a few magical moments in that particular episode. That's his opinion. Who cares? Moving on. And of course, coming up on the last, but certainly not least, and don't worry, well, this isn't last, but we're getting there. Lives in Time, the Lisa Bowerman, and they did a nice friendly chat with her here. And we've had her on, a couple times before, and it's always great talking to Lisa. She's a very, very talented lady, and always, been very, very kind to us here on the Omega Files and all that, letting us have Q&As and interviews and such. So, all right, moving on. Time Shadows Anniversary Edition. That's right. It's an expanded edition of the unofficial unauthorized Doctor Who short story anthology for charity from Pseudoscope Publishing. All sales proceeds will go donated to LimForge, a nonprofit that provides tools and training for clinicians to provide patients with high quality and cost-effective 3D printed prosthetics. All right, so if you're into this, you want to take a look into this, because it is for charity. Here's the info. Boom, boom, boom. Of course, the anthology, which has raised over $950 for LimForge to date, features all televised Doctors across 25 stories, including a 5-part framing story with the 12th Doctor and Clara. And that new features include 12 illustrations from some of Doctor Who fandom's best artists, as well as revealing author interviews. The anthology is edited by Matt Gray, Simon Grave, and with a foreword by Gary Russell. So, boom, boom, boom. Ordering information for Time Shadows Anniversary Edition and details about the artwork auction are available from Pseudoscope Publishing. If you want to look into this, boom, bam, there it is. All right, don't worry, we're almost there. Lethbridge Stewart, 48 Crash. Kenny Jar have announced the story, Lethbridge Stewart short story to tie in with Radio 1's 50th anniversary weekend. All right, now apparently this is also it's also possible to pre-order a copy of this spin-off, Lucy Wilson Ministries, announced last month. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Candy Jar website. Any more questions? Guess what? Candy Jar website. Okay, if you're into this stuff. And I think that was actually it. And I think I blew it because what happened was I forgot to tag off an extra article. So, yeah, Time Lord Expo has gone the way of the dodo, but fortunately from its ashes, these folks have put together a free event, to kind of help ease the pain a bit. Like I said, there was a lot of folks who were coming from out of state. There were a lot of folks, we're talking the tri-state area, was looking at this con. And this, from what I can see, he said, I don't know what the private reasons were. I don't know what the financial reasons were. But just if it was me, yeah, you might have sucked a loss. But at the same time, with Michelle Gomez in there to fill the gap, you'd at least have maybe broken even. You got to roll the dice on this. Or maybe you just went a little too far. You start small and then you build your way up. So hopefully this free event that I showed you will, take root maybe. And, with these folks running it along with Linda Blackwood and whatnot, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, and him, you never know. Maybe you'll have another, a decent con here in Ohio that's not too far away for us. Because a lot of people are, why don't you just go to Chicago TARDIS? Have you ever tried driving in the northern states along the lakes in the winter, let alone on Thanksgiving weekend, when you have no idea what the weather's going to do? You could literally be sunny, and then about 15 minutes later, you're up to your ass in snow. That's why also we just can't do that drive. It's way too long for us. We have medical issues. We have life issues. And, drive to Chicago is not on the books. Oh, but that's enough of my complaining. So I'm getting out of here. So take care, Tata. Look, it's a helmet. Okay, good night, folks. Have a great night.